Hello fans of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel, welcome to another mini episode of this test center coverage on this biggest update ever. And today let's take a look at my good friend Straight Dupe's favorite, which is Captain America. I know a lot of you have requested for various different heroes and I'll try to cover them as and when I can because I want to take some time and also understand a little bit more before, because now is a very sensitive time. And if there's some information that's not entirely correct, some of you may get a little bit overreacting on the whole thing. So I wouldn't want to cause any emotional distress to you all. All right. So now, when it comes to update like this, right, there's always different group of people that I try to cater to because I know some of you really embrace change, like expecting the hero to be completely different and so on and so forth. But some just don't, would like to play the hero as he is or she is. There's nothing wrong with that approach as well. So in as much as possible, I'd like to demonstrate to you the hero actually works somewhat like what we have today, which could be good news for some, bad news for others, right? But I also would like to highlight what other potential kind of tweak to it that you could use, and let it be your judge. If you feel that that is sufficient enough to be classified as a major change, then so be it. But I also wouldn't want to sugarcoat anything here. I mean, if it is just nothing much changes, then it's nothing much changes, right? So, just I hope you understand from my perspective, these are some of the angles I'd like to address. Now, for Captain America, I'd like to do one for this one, not just for my friend Straight Dupe, because I think a lot of you have experience with Captain America. He's one of the free hero I think previously you could unlock, and he's iconic. So a lot of you may be able to relate to this hero rather than some very specific data heroes that not many people are playing so far. So that's another reason why I'd like to do a Captain America kind of like video. Now for Captain America, I could use my old build in totality, meaning that everything I could just use as it is, all the powers I have, except the indestructible shield, which I think there was a bug. So when you first load this game, test center by the way here, anything subjected to change. I think this one was being defaulted as a trait that cannot be used. So you just need to swap that with the power that you have. Now let's take a look at the power itself, right? I don't recognize anything new here. If you do let me know. I can't claim to be 100% when I'm looking at hero at that kind of speed. So there's a basic power as always. There's always a basic, and then you have charge now. Charge has 4-second cooldown, maximum charges of 3. So those are old news. The Vibranium Bash is the one that I'm using as my main spender, so that continue to be so. It generates serum as well. So serum is the white kind of bar that you see on top. That I have 10 serum out of 4 right now out of 10. And this is a generator, not just for the, it's a so-called resource generator as well, but it's a basic list kind of resource generator, just like the old build. Then you have the Meteor Kick. Meteor Kick is something like it can generate serum if you're less than 5, or you can if you're more than 5, you also can deal 50% more damage on top of the execute. So it's always a very nice burst that you will have. Then we have the taunts as well. I really don't know where to put it anymore on this toolbar. Taunt is rather interesting though with the trait that I'm going to show you in just a bit. All right. And the shield strike, if so you wish, you could use a shield strike as well. Now it hits rather fast, I guess. Airborne assault is something that we all love to use. I love to use, and you could actually spend serum to reduce cooldown by 4 seconds, kind of thing. So in a way you could like right now I think I've 4. So you could spend the serum to reduce the cooldown, right? So it is like this, right? So now I think it's back to the 8-second cooldown. So serum does a couple of things. It kind of reduce the cooldown as well, 8 seconds to 4 seconds. Okay, and it gives you bonus as well. So it's the same thing, same old. You can use a shield bash as well. You also spend serums to reduce cooldown and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to go through everything here, but just all in all, would like to impress upon you that there are some kind of I think there's certain kind of familiarity when you play Captain America in this new update coming up. All right, so now what I'd like to talk about a little bit more is on the talent and trait. So and the maybe I play a little bit as well, so so as not to get it too boring, just keep me talking. So in terms of play wise, it's exactly the same. You just charge in, then the shield, and then whatever kind of thing that you have there. Then you have signature as well, very nice burst, and then another one of these that you can do a shield bounce, that you can bounce through several of them, and that's it, right? So so it's a good old Captain America. That's good news for some of you who love the hero so much and very worried that things are changing. So it is not to be so. I didn't recognize the fire here. It's so beautiful. Did you kind of notice that? I mean, seriously. Anyhow, distraction. So from a talent and trade perspective, his archetype is strength and fighting. Strength is fine. Fighting, you'll be competing against the one of the, I think it's a Bruto on the Infinity system, so it's not that great news. But whatever it is, after a while you can't ignore the attribute anymore. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, some of these things. But okay, then you have the Super Soldier Serum as well. So you got all this serum. As you've seen earlier on, you can spend serum to reduce cooldown by 4 seconds, and so on and so forth. So that's one of the trait, which is just a Captain America kind of like a mechanic, all right. And after that, you have something called the Indestructible Shield that will buff him as defense and deflect, so no change to that, and projectile deflection as well. All right. So these are no change to any of these things. So what are the traits that is available to you all? Is that there are a couple of things here. You could either you can say you can have the Vibranium Bash as the generator for serum. So if you remove that, then this is no longer I think this is still a serum generator, by the way. So well, I don't hang on a sec. So it does give you the 1. If this one is also give you a 1, I don't know, man. So it's one of those things. But the media kick will give you the 5 serum regardless of current count. So media kick is this one here. So it'll give you 5. 5. So if I select this one, what does it change? I don't know. Maybe just some tooltip stuff going on here. But in any case, there are a couple of things you can choose. Like you can have the every 3 hits of the heroic strike trigger the shield swipe. So this is the basic. So if you do basic every 3rd one, you can trigger another power here. So it's kind of neat. I think in a way they're trying to buff the basic in some sense that make the basic make sense. So I know the plus fighting you can buff the basic. If you have plus 10 fighting, basic up by 40% is probably as good as the basic non-basic in some sense. So I think I kind of see what they're doing in here. So if you want to invest quite a lot of investment onto your basic, then maybe that's one way to do it. And if you want to have the defensive stance as well, whenever you use a serum power, your deflect chance increase. That's fine too. And the shield strike gain bonus. So that kind of changed a little bit on the way that you play, because you can always use the serum power to do certain things like shield strike, that you can have the damage bonus kind of thing. So that's one way. I personally would like to just generate serum. I don't know why, even if I take it away, the tooltip doesn't change anyhow. So but anyway, so that's one way. Another one is the the next tier is the Vibranium feedback. It's generate serum when you block a melee attack. So and also the indestructible shield gains some kind of like another 2 second duration. Actually, this is really good, because you think about it, right? The shield right now is only 3 seconds. 3 seconds is very fast. I mean, you pop a shield, then sometimes you may miss it if like in Sutul the whatever that it deflect. Well, okay, not Sutul, but if you have some big damage coming in, you would like to mitigate that for 3 seconds, right? So sometimes you can prevent 100% of the incoming damage. So that's kind of nice here. So it could be one of those things that you want to increase it from 3 to 5 seconds. It's really good in a sense. And or you say that it will automatic. I mean, I think then you don't even need to have it in your toolbar in some sense if you want to, because whenever you fall below 30%, you pop that shield automatically. Also not bad. Think about it, because then free yourself from one of these like hotbar and hot key and do something else. And the third one is that whenever you use the serum power, you kind of reduce the cooldown of indestructible shield. I kind of like to pop my shield anyhow I like, and this one worked a little bit better for me. So again, this is quite a good trait design as well. You can change the way that how the shield work and how the serum or whatever that interact with it. Even remove it from the toolbar if so you wish to. Okay. Then the next one is that this one is a hard choice, man. I mean, you're talking about shield toss, applying the bleed. So now with this, then my shield bounce will bleed. Again, I don't know why it doesn't show in the toolbar, because usually they'll tell me in the old design when I select the specialization. It will show me that the shield bounce will have a bleed thing. It doesn't show here, but anyway, I trust that things are working. It's kind of strange. I think maybe just test enter. So with bleed, then you can use some of this artifact like main, and some of this like hero synergy like X23. So it's good. I like it. That's my favorite to apply the damage over time as well. Then you have the other one is that. You can have the shield bounce as the serum power if so you wish to, and the last one also very good. So between these two, actually I'm very torn, because I always do after I do airborne assault, I do a top shield throw, which is my favorite here. So if I can buff it by 50% more damage, it's kind of nice. But then I kind of think that I probably want to bleed. So it is good. I mean, it's a real choice. Does it change the way you play? Probably not. Does it change the way you gear? Yes. So yeah. Is it different from what we have today? No. I mean, right now. I mean, I'm having that kind of bleed kind of damage over time anyway. So there's no change whether this trait is there or not. Talent. All right. The last two. One is this serum rush. Power. Now this is interesting. So I think traditionally you spend 1 point, you can reduce the cooldown for some power. You spend you have 5 points about you. Then you deal more damage. But this one is interesting because you could actually spend all your serum to gain extra power. But that changed the whole thing, because when you spend all your serum, then you have to make sure you have at least 1 serum, or to trigger some of this like cooldown reduction. So it does change the way that you approach Captain America. And also, if you spend all serum, if you do a rotation, would you like to spend all the serum on the airborne assault, or would you like to spend all the serum on the meteor kick? Again, there's yet another decision point. So that's really good design. It does change the way that you play Captain America, although all the powers are exactly the same. Just a rotation a little bit, a decision point. No new power, but decision point. Another thing is that you could actually double the maximum serum. Now, I've tried that. You could have that here. Then it become like tons of points here, like 20 of them. But I'll be perpetually on full, because I don't think I have enough serum spending power to spend it. And it seems like a waste if I'm always on full. So I don't really like it. And the third one is that, well, let's not talk about serum, right? Let's talk about, let's just, power cooldown, instead of 8 seconds, do a 6 seconds. You can do that too, yeah. But I think I like something more dynamic. Someone realized that I don't want to bother with serum. I want something simple. Some will say that, I want to see my whole thing full, and I don't know what this was for. But yeah, all right. So I know what this is for, but this is not something that talk to me. Sometimes choice of language is important. The last thing is the inspiration is very much that whenever you do your star sprinkle strike, which is the signature here, would you like to buff on the spirit cost reduction? Would you like to buff the crit hit rating, or would you like to buff the plus a bunch of other things as well? This one is base damage, the other one is attack speed, the other one is health regen and health regen as well. So I mean, doesn't matter. It's just one of those like team buff kind of thing. All right. So now that is really all the I like to talk about. Let's do a star strike. 1, 2. Right, so I'm popping an indestructible shield, and wow, there's a lot of damage here. Now, as you can see, I'm not using my my team up here. Okay, and I just want a little bit harder. I mean, because I think in some sense it becomes a little bit too easy. I mean, even for this terminal, if I have all this like team up and stuff like that. So, all right. So I mean, even with the dash and no dash, it's very hard to see though. I mean, I don't really need to dash anything right now because things are rather easy. It would probably show in the harder content. So I was contemplating, shall I or shall I not? Let's do a run. Shall I not use the danger room as a demonstration? I wanted to, but then I realized that the danger room is not really a good indication of how the game is like in some sense, because they modify certain thing here. Wow, indestructible shield. There is hard stuff, man. What happened to my Captain America? Okay, avoid all these things. Avoid. I'm so used to having a Deadpool in a sense. Yeah, it's one of those things. Alright, so assault and top shield throw, and alright, done. Meteor kick. Alright, so that's done. But in the heat of moment, do you really count all the serum? I tell you, man, I don't. Yeah, so maybe I should go for those no serum. I don't know, I'm just kidding. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. So I could like, let's do all this whole bunch of things here. I'm popping a shield here. Wow, this hurts, man. Why I can't really use my signature, huh? I mean the match kit. All right, so that kind of hurts. Maybe I should hang on. 1, 2, 3. Pop the shield. Okay, signature. Airborne assault. Wow, this guy is on the. Let's run a bit. Rush a bit out. I mean, in a way, I don't know how the dash thing can affect you all, man. I mean, I'm consciously trying not to dash too much because that's my style that I'm so used to. But I think, I mean, I haven't really gone to a stage whereby I'm running out of dash. Maybe because the content is quite easy right now, very very easy. So I don't really need have that problem. I'm going to use the ultimate if that's okay with you. I think some of you may not have seen it. Where's my ultimate? Oh yeah, there. I'm taking damage as well as I do ultimate. Yeah, beam, 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 beam. Alright, so that's it. And there's signature. Alright, so that's all. Nothing much to, just want to show you a little bit on how it plays like as the Captain America. In this new paradigm is probably exactly the same thing that you've been playing as well. So, I mean, it does change the way that you play in just a little bit, but I think all in all, I think in the heat of the moment, you just do whatever you need to be done. Sometimes the mobs are around you, you need to do some AoE, so sometimes you do a meteor kick and stuff like that. And I think last but not least, from the Infinity system wise, I mean, nothing is set in stone right now. I think you have seen my previous video on Infinity system anyhow. So in terms of the time germ, which is speed germ, I use the attack speed. It's really nice. It hit, I think instead of 1.9, it's a 2.1. So it hit a little bit faster as well. I kind of like it because the rest of it is not that fantastic anyway. Do I want more move speed? I actually can have more move speed. So I want to show you guys if you pump all the move speed, how fast will your hero walk? Yeah, it's like this. It walks a little bit faster. I mean, if your charges are all gone, then I guess walking a little bit faster would help. I don't know. We will see. So that's one way, and the another one is that the germ, which is the intelligence, that is good because I picked the health regen, 350, not bad. Power germ, which is the strength. I think in some sense, I mean, I mean, the rest of it is not really that appetizing. So anyway, he's a strength, a fighting hero, so I put it on strength. And as for the energy concern, I put the all the crit, so I can grab all the crit as a non-energy hero. The fighting wise, I mean, I could get 6 fighting, but seriously, 5% brutal strike rating is hard to pass. Fighting hero or not, really. So yeah, I mean, that's one thing. I mean, yeah, so decision point is rather trivial. He's a defense hero, so I pump everything to defense. Actually, quite a lot of difference. I want to show you guys, right? I mean, if you don't do this guy, I have my damage reduction 44%, right? 44%, and the and my defense rating is the So if I do this thing here, I'm looking at 47%. Gaining 3% is not trivial, by the way. So that's one thing. Or you can say, well, I mean, what about if you want to do this way? All right, so you can you gain 1%, but you gain more health if both durability. So I think I will just go for the total defense, just because Captain America is so much in the defense. So anyhow, I hope you enjoy watching this this video, and always welcome your comments. Whether you like it, do not like it, you can always share your thought with me and share your tips with other players as well. I'll try to do my best to cover other heroes that you guys request, but they'll take some time as I progress. So do allow me to have some time to do this. All right, see you next time. Goodbye.